podcast where I like to share all about my FOs, whips, current read, and whatever my future plans are, if there are any. Let's jump straight into it. My name is Adele. I'm from the beautiful sunny South Africa, and you can find me as Hooked on Art on all the socials. That's Instagram, Facebook, Ravelry. What's Instagram's Twitter now? I forgot. Threads. Okay. I'm wearing an FO made by me. This is the Cottongrass jumper by the Petite Knitter. It's a round yoke construction with some color work. This was my first ever color work. Okay, second ever color work make, but first ever adult sized color work make. It's stunning. I love the motif. Let me get a little closer. So just round yoke.
I lied here. It is not a raglan.
You can see I still need some work, and yeah, I just love this jersey, and it's perfect for today's weather. It's not extremely cold, but it's not hot. It's that in between, and yeah, just love how this came out. I made this in combination of two South African yarns. The grey is Kismet's Mandala 300 gram balls, and the black is Al Yarns' Charity. Yeah. And the color works on the back as well. So I can show you. So it's all the way around. Color work on the yoke, and then the rest is just plain color. I do plan on making another one because this is actually a jersey that I started for Dion, but I think my sizing was off, the gauge was a little bit off. And then when I saw on Ravelry all the other projects, there were some complaints about the sizing guide, and I think that's why this turned out a little bit smaller and it doesn't fit Dion, but it's not going to waste because I'm wearing it. But I'd love to make another one, maybe even in the same colors for Dion. Right, so let's jump straight into it. I've got two FOs to show you today, progress on my whips, and then yeah, I finished The Brothers of Auschwitz, read another book, and then started another book because I'm on holiday and it's just been bliss waking up in the morning and reading like 50 pages without worrying about anything else. Okay, FOs first. This one is a little bit dirty, and I'll tell you why in a second. I'll put photos of the proper thing in. Leo, the little doggy, he is a little Yorkie. He was in my podcast about, I think, 2 or 3 episodes ago. The cutest thing on this planet, and it's winter time now, and he seems to be cold at night because he snuggles up closely to you and he wants to be covered, and I made him a jersey. Okay, so the thing is, I made him a jersey when he just got here, the first winter that we had him. I made him a jersey, but then he was still a baby. He was probably like 7 or 8 months old, so not full grown yet. He outgrew that jersey, so this is the other one I made him. It's dirty because this little snot decided to go roll around in the sand right after I put this on him. Okay, but it's so cute. I need to show you, and then I'll put a picture on of him actually wearing it. How adorable. It's bright yellow. Yes, I know, it's one of the only scraps you can see. Look how he rolled around in the sand. It's bright yellow, and it is the cutest thing ever. So I made this with a 5mm hook, and it's Al Yarns', it's not Charity, what's the other one? It's Poolskin. Al Yarns' Poolskin. It's the brightest yellow I have, and I followed Ashley from Heart Hook Home's Dandy Dog Sweater pattern for a size small. It's a free pattern on her blog, and it's such a fun make. I think it took me 2 days and this was done. It's worked in grit stitch with a little bit of a ribbing for the neckline, and he just looks like a little sophisticated gentleman with his turtleneck. It's the cutest thing. Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. I did make a mess with the stitch pattern on the first few rounds. You can see that it looks different. That is all my fault. There's nothing wrong with the pattern. I increased the stitch where I shouldn't have, and then I just kept going, and then I realized, but this is not how you work the grit stitch, because it's one of my favorite stitches, and I'm like, this thing is not working out. And then when I split for the arms, I made the armholes, I realized that I made a mess, but it still worked out, and it still looks adorable, and he still wears it, and it's going to be washed tomorrow because tomorrow is washing day. By the way, it's Sunday. tomorrow is washing day and this will be washed and then he can go back to wearing it. But yeah, I think I have a picture of him in the very first jersey as well. I'll see if I can pop that in too. Okay, the second FO is an exciting one. This is the Musselburgh from Isolde. And I made this, I think, in a week. I think it took me a week to finish this beanie. And it is just stunning. It's made from Allianz's Merino DK, held with, you can see the halo there, held with SA Mill Samil Natural Fibers mohair. And the squish on this is amazing. It's a pity that it hasn't been cold enough to actually wear this. But yeah, it's for Dion. He did wear it one evening. It's a little bit too big. I think holding a DK weight with a mohair was a bit of a mistake. But nonetheless, it will be worn and it is stunning. I just need to sew away the last end. So can I call it an FO if the ends aren't technically sewn away? Yes, I'm going to. So there's the whole tube. See the one end that I still need to sew away. There's the tube. Oh, and there you can see the mohair. It's stunning. Yeah, it's a little bit too big. Okay, but I totally get the hype around this pattern and I get why people make multiples of it. I'm not a big beanie wearer. Personally, I'd rather put a scarf on and then I feel warm enough. Not a big fan of beanies, but I'm definitely making another one. And the other one that I'm going to make is just with DK weight yarns. I'm probably going to cast that on in this week. But yeah, nonetheless, she's done. She's beautiful and I'm very excited to start another. I just love this. I totally get the hype. And that's it for FOs. I'll take a sip of water. I'm being healthy today and I'm having sparkling water. Okay, so straight into whips. There's one new whip. Progress on all the regular whips that I've shown and haven't finished yet. So I'm going to start with the one that has been the most fun. And this is the blanket that I'm making for my cousin. I am going to use 5 balls of the Al Pure Gold DK weight in the colorway Ivory. And I think that is the 3rd ball. So here is the progress. I think in the last episode I was about 10 rows in, probably around here. So this one has got quite a bit of love. And I'm only working on this one on a Saturday and in the car. So last Saturday, what did we do? I think we drove around a bit. Did we? I think we were busy last Saturday. And that's when I got into this. Worked quite a bit. And she's getting love. So yeah, nothing fancy. It's literally a double crochet row, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, and I'm going to keep doing that. And like I said in the previous episode, I'm going to put the name either at the top or at the bottom, but I'm going to sew it on, and some flowers and butterflies, and then the border is going to be stunning. I think I'm going to do something cute around the border. But yeah, this one is getting a lot of love. It's a lot of fun. It's a quick and easy make, and I'm just using a 4.5mm so that the blanket has some drape to it as well. But yeah, hoping to get this done next week. Yeah, I think I could get it done next week. But she's gorgeous. The second whip that got some love is Dion's pair of socks. My mom's birthday was on Thursday the 20th, and when I went to visit, I decided to take this whip along, and I made some good progress on the sock as well. So I think in the previous episode I was just through the heel, or maybe still on the heel. Oh, I can't remember. I think I was still on the heel. But anyways, she's done now. The heel's done. I've decreased all the stitches out in the gusset, and I have about 20 rows on the foot left before I can do the toe. So progress is being made, and I'm going to see and push it to see if I can finish this in this week's so that I can start the second pair for the summer sock camp. This has been made with Regia's 4-ply fading yarn, and I'll say this every single time, and I'll say it until the sock's done, and I'm going to keep saying it whenever I see Dion wearing them. But these specs are just so gorgeous. It just reminds me of an old school classic sock, and I honestly can't get enough. I'm working this on my Addy 9-inch circulars. These ones are called the Sock and Wonders, and I think they were designed specifically for socks. But you can do any small circumference knitting on it. I'm sure a pair of mittens would be perfect on these as well. So yeah, progress is being made. I'm going to prioritize this project this week. The next project that got some love is my Chunky Souffle, which is a pattern by Penrose Knits. Laura Penrose, I think it's Laura, or is it Lauren? I keep forgetting. I need to go and check what this lady's name is, but yeah. In the previous episode, the one sleeve was done and I started on the second sleeve. I'm done with the second sleeve as well, and I've made some good progress on the body. So what I love about this is that it's just plain stockinette now, and I think I have about 10 to 15 centimeters left on the body before I do the hemline ribbing. But now I'm contemplating, am I going to do the hemline ribbing as per the pattern and work it as a rib around? Because I think it could be cute. Okay, yeah, there you can see progress made on the body. Quite a bit. It knits up so fast because it's a bulky weight yarn. Or am I going to do a split hem? Now, if I do a split hem, I need to do some maths to figure out exactly where the sides are. And then I do a split hem, so I'll work the back and then I'll work the front. But yeah, I think that would be cute as well. I'll figure it out when I get there. And then obviously I still need to do the souffle bit. Now I think I did mention in the previous episode that I saw some people on their Ravelry project saying that that is the most finicky bits of the pattern. And I get this because the rest, there's nothing difficult in this pattern. There are short rows, which is I think you can consider it a more advanced skill, but not extremely difficult. Once you get the hang of it, a short row is really easy. There's some short row shaping, and then the rest is plain knitting, increasing, splitting for the sleeves, working the sleeves. So nothing extremely advanced about this pattern, I think, except for the souffle section. So a lot of people have said that was the most difficult bit. So I had this bright idea and I thought maybe I can crochet it on, but I'll see when I get there. Let me not jump the gun. Let me finish the body and then I'll see when I get there. Okay, and then I am going to buy myself an entire set of these needles. This is Knit Pro's Cubics and an 8mm because they are so ergonomic. I love knitting with these, and I think I just need an entire set. It would legit be like the best birthday gift to myself if I can make a set out of these. By the way, my birthday is only in November, so I have time to build myself a set. Oh, I didn't mention, I'm making this in Al Yarns' Unspun. It's one of their new colorways. It's called Neptune. Now that's pretty close to true to color, pretty true to color. It's this gorgeous blue with some green undertones, I guess. But it's going to be stunning when it's done. I think I'm entering my blue era. Maybe not though. The next whip that got some love is Dion's Real Easy Raglan. I think in the previous episode I just picked up for the sleeve. I think I had just picked it up and I didn't even knit. Maybe if I did knit, I did like 5 rows or so. But the first sleeve is almost done. I did a fit check on Dion the other night and I need about like 10 more centimeters before I start the ribbing. Then the first sleeve will be done. And then I'm going to pick up the second sleeve, finish that sleeve, and then chip away at the body. But you're loving how this is coming together. I did the decreases as per the pattern, and I think, let's see if I can get my hand in here. I just want to pull the stitches off, but yeah, they are such gorgeous decreases. I think those are the best decreases I have ever made. Just love how it worked up. I'm working the sleeves on 9-inch circulars, also from Addy, but these ones aren't the sock and wonder ones. They're just normal 9-inch circulars with some needle stoppers as well. So I'm so scared that I lose a stitch. But yeah, she is getting love, and this is the Real Easy Raglan by Maker Store, Emily Bolden. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. Gorgeous if you want to try knitting a raglan. If you want to knit your first sweater, your first jersey, your first raglan, first top down, I highly recommend this pattern. It's easy to follow. I think she does link some tutorials at the end. I don't recall now. But it's super easy to follow. It really is. And the sizing is great as well. I'm making the largest size there is for Dion. I think the only modification I'm going to have to make is for the body length. But other than that, this jersey fits perfectly. The sleeve fits perfectly. And now it's just a matter of getting it done. Also really great for knitting in the evenings when I'm watching a TV show, because it's just straight down stockinette. As mentioned in all the other episodes, I am using Rowan felted tweed to make this, and this yarn is actually going really far. I think for the sleeve, this is the 4th ball, and I've made so much progress. So I'm probably not even going to use all the yarn that I bought for this project. Slowly chipping away at that. Okay, the reason all the other whips have not had as much progress as I would like is because I actually cast it on my holiday project, and I can't put this down. I honestly can't put this down. And it's slow because I have to follow the pattern, and it's one that I have to concentrate on actually. But it's stunning. So I'm making the Ingrid Sweater by Petite Knit, and this is how much I've done since last Friday. Yes, we closed on Friday the 14th, and that's the day that I cast it on. And then I couldn't put it down, and I just kept going and going and going and going and going, and I'm in love. Alright, so it's an all over textured sweater. You cast on at the back, work the back yoke basically to length, then you pick up for the shoulders, you work the shoulders, work the front yoke to length, join under the arms, and then you knit in the round. Okay, look at the texture. I honestly can't get enough. Also my first time doing eyelets, and I am super proud of how they came out. And I think this is going to block out beautifully. Once it's blocked out, oh, it's going to be stunning. I did make a mistake though. I wonder if it's going to be super visible. In the diamonds. Yeah, those are the diamonds that are fine and right. Oh gosh, you can't see. There we go. And on the other side, I don't know. I must have been distracted by something, but I messed up the diamonds on this side. Yeah, you can clearly see it there. But I realized it when it was too late, and I was like, I'm not picking back, I'm not frogging. I'm going to let it be a reminder of the fact that we are human, and that mistakes, this makes it 100% unique, 100% mine, because it's my mistake. And I'm pretty sure, like, if I wear it, no one is even going to notice it, so it's fine. I'm not going to care about that. Okay, I'm also learning a lot of new techniques with this. Like I said, first time doing eyelets, first time doing these little diamonds. Those are like mock cables, and they're actually so easy. They look so fancy, but they're so easy. Okay, double rib, I know. And then my first time doing short rows to shape the front yoke. There are short rows at the back, and there are short rows at the front to shape the front. So yeah, it's going to have the same texture all over, and I'm just loving how this is working out. And also the fact that it's red. I didn't think I would like red. Red is not a color that I consider one of my favorites, but this red has captured me, and it's got me firmly in its grip. So I'm using, I don't think I have it all here. Oh, this is another project bag. This is housed in a personalized, look at that, look how cute, project bag that I got after attending a crochet retreat. So this was a goodie bag that we got, and we got a ton of stuff in here. Kits, goodies, I don't know, like little trinkets that we can use in our knitting and crocheting. But that was a lot of fun. Housed in that bag getting distracted. You see, this project just brings all of the distractions. I'm making it with this Al Merino and the colorway Russet. This is a color that they released this year, this beginning of this winter basically. Yes, this red is one of the new merino colors, and I honestly, like, I'm fixating on this. I literally have to say and tell myself, you only have another hour to work on this and then you're done, because you have other projects waiting for you. Because I can't put it down. It's so much fun. I'm making this on the cheap R2.50 needles that Dion's aunt gifted me. They're fixed circulars. I'm working the front. It's in disarray at the moment because there are so many ends and so many bobs and bits and what's. The front is worked on straight needles, also gifted by Dion's aunt. I don't even think these have a name on them. Nope, no name, just 4mm. And then the other side of the front, the left shoulder, is being held on a Knit Pro cable and Knit Pro cable stoppers. So yeah, I think this is going to block out just beautifully, and I can't wait to have this as an FO because it's going to be such a statement knit, and I'm so excited. I just don't want to put it down. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. Can you tell? Okay, the last whip is throwing my books off the bed. I'm very thirsty today. The last whip I have to show you is a little bit of progress made on the Mammoth Granny Square blanket. So in the previous episode, if you recall, I made 7 blocks standing in the queue to vote. I finished this one at home, and then I added this bright pink. That's not true to color at all. Oh my word, this is like the brightest pink on this planet. Yeah, that's not true to color. So I added the bright pink and 2 more blocks. A gorgeous soft purple, and this is Allianz's Lullaby, which is actually baby yarn, but it's stunning. And this gorgeous soft grey. So 3 blocks in total. I finished the 3rd row, so we are officially 30% into the blanket because I'm making 10 by 10. So yeah, 100 squares, 32% in to be exact. Just joining as I go, and this one is bringing me a lot of peace. Because let me tell you, the Ingrid Sweater takes a lot of mind power because I have to concentrate every single row. Almost all of those stitches are brand new to me. Never done mock cables like that. They were surprisingly easy, but I still had to focus. Never done double mask. Like, I did it once in a tiny little square, but never in this much detail with short rows. So I have to concentrate every single row. So whenever I take a breather, I work on this blanket. And that's why it has been getting some love as well. All right, let's move on to what I'm currently reading. Okay, so like I said, I finished The Brothers of Auschwitz. Heartbreaking stuff. Glad that that's over. And then I jumped straight into a comfort read. Okay, now comfort reading for me is serial killers or crime. I know. Okay, so I read Catch Me a Killer by Mickey Pistorius. She is the first, or she was the first forensic profiler in South Africa. So she was the first person to profile serial killers in our country, and she did such a phenomenal job that she ended up teaching multiple detectives around our country in other countries how to profile serial killers based on the evidence found. Although I do think she's a little bit of a psychic. I think she has a psychic bone in her, just the way that she writes about how she felt the killers and how she experienced them in the abyss. It's ridiculous. So fun fact about this, they turned this, and I didn't know, it says now a major TV series. Okay, when I bought the book, I was like, but where is the TV series? Apparently they only shot this last year, and it's being aired right now. Like every Thursday there's an episode. I didn't know that. So if you want to watch what I've read, Catch Me a Killer is a series on DSTV in South Africa. I don't know if you're going to find that over overseas. Maybe if you stream, I don't know. But yeah, such a great read. And she was on some of the biggest cases, like the Station Strangler, which he killed. I think he was active for like 10 years. She profiled him, and when she stepped on the case, I think it took like 2 weeks and he was caught. She was on Stuart Wilkins' case. Now, if you've heard about Stuart Wilkins or Boetie Boer, you'll know that it is horrific. He was deranged, I'm sure, deranged, psychopathic, absolutely scarred by what he's done and how he killed people and the crap he did. So she worked some major cases. Such a good read. She's such a good writer. And the irony is, she says in her first chapter that she grew up thinking that she was going to be a writer, and then she ended up being a profiler, and then she went into writing anyway. So she's living out her dream. I really enjoyed that. When I put that book down, I picked up another crime story. So this is Chris Carter's I Am Death, and I need to know who the killer is. Like, we've met him, I know who he is, but I don't know who he is. Like, where? It's very frustrating. So I'm halfway, a little bit further than halfway actually. And also, he is such a phenomenal writer. Also comes from a psychological background. That's not the right word. A psychology background. He was a psychologist for the LAPD, if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm lying. Michigan State District Attorney's Criminal Psychology Team. I'm thinking he's LA because his main character, Robert Hunter, is an LAPD homicide, ultra-violent unit detective. So yeah, his writing is just brilliant. Honestly, his pace, the plot twists, it's insane. You have to read Chris Carter to understand what I'm speaking about. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I think I've read like 7 of his books. I think this is the 8th one. Yeah, a lot of fun reading this one. Disgusting stuff, but great. I'll read the blurb and then you can understand. Okay. The perfect predator whose past hides a terrible secret. The most explosive case yet for Robert Hunter. So Robert Hunter is the detective in all of Chris Carter's stories. Okay, so 7 days after being abducted, the body of a 20-year-old woman is found on a green patch of grass by the Los Angeles International Airport. She has been placed in a 5-point human star, and the killer has left a message for the police. Detective Robert Hunter, who leads the LAPD's Special Section Ultraviolet Unit, is assigned to the case. Almost immediately, a second body turns up, and Hunter knows that he has to be quick. Surrounded by new challenges as every day passes, Detective Hunter finds himself chasing a monster he only knows as death. Like, come on, how intriguing. That blurb just sucks you in, and when you start reading, you honestly can't put it down. So yeah, probably going to finish this book this week, and then I'm just going to jump into another Chris Carter. So yeah, that's it from me. Thanks for following along. For watching along. If you like this, please remember to like and subscribe. And yeah, I think I've hit 60 subscribers, so thanks for that. And then I'll catch you soon. Stay hooked. Bye.